Kyler Murray and the Houston Texans versus Ryan Tannehill and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Hines, the ball carrier.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On second down now, it's Hines. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Hines. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Jaguars 44-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And now Murray's going to set up the throw, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Shotgun now from Murray. And Robinson with a big catch. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first.
First and 10 at the
line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And a nice little start as he's able to get this up to the 28. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
It's now CD, put on your OC cap here. What do you do? 2nd and 1, you get stuffed. Now 3rd and 1.
You know, in the old days, I would have said we're going to line up and we're going to run the same darn play and we're going to get it right. But nowadays, as tough as defenses are, I want some mobility. I want some movement, putting the ball in the hands of my quarterback and giving him a run-pass option.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the line of scrimmage.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brings up 3rd down.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Naeem Hines, his 5th touchdown now on the year. Then the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you hit them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter, that's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And he's only going to get this to the 4-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
The first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6.
Elliott, the ball carrier.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
3-yard pickup.
The numbers for Zeke from last week. 12 carries, 72 yards, and a touchdown.
And well-liked by his teammates. In fact, I got on good authority, even though I'm not an investigative reporter, that in their team meeting this week, the offensive line stood up and said, Coach, we've got to have better yardage for this guy. He's number 9 in the league. He's got to be in the top 3 before the season's over. Let's run the ball.
From the 24, Tannehill is complete to Golden Tate. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
A gain of 15.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. To throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill, incomplete.
Tannehill's pass thrown away and incomplete. It's 3rd down.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Again, Tannehill. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
Travis Kelsey.
Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. From the shotgun again to Elliott. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Travis Kelsey.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They keep on the ground with Elliott. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Pass complete here to Sanders. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 27-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Jaguars.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Ezekiel.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Tannehill. This is caught. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Marquise Lee, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Jakeem Grant on the return. The Texans take over 1st and 10.
So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Murray, he's used to moving fast at Oklahoma. He'll get his guys up to the line. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Looking to throw again on second down. Tannehill. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Throwing again is Tannehill. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Down, it's Tannehill. He completes it to Tate. Touchdown, Jaguars. Golden Tate, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in the end zone. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. At their own. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space. and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with a run so far. Murray now on first down. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. Here's Murray from midfield. And his throw here is incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant, and that'll bring up second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Murray flushed out right. On the crossing route, complete. That's Grant. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions, because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there, and in a big way.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Throwing again, Murray. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Nyheim Hines, as the first half is winding down. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Ryan Suckup set to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From the 10. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
At their own 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
At the 18-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
So thanks to the late touchdown, we now proceed to the start of the second half.
With the score all tied. Ryan Suckup set to kick off.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Throwing again on second down. Tannehill. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. To throw is Tannehill. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. To the air again, Tannehill. Forced out to his left. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 17-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Tannehill. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Tad McKinley just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. Out of the gun, Tannehill. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Tannehill. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
Here's Ryan Tannehill sack.
Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some big jelly or something like that.
Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this 3rd quarter. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines.
6-yard line.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. It's complete to Grant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a 1st down here.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
coverage.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
And he winds up getting this all the way down to the Jags 15. A big-time play there for the Texans. Trailing here in the third, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
Gonna throw right side here, complete.
Murray's pass.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That catch good for only a couple. Back now in Houston. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. To throw again on second down. Murray, this will be caught at about the 6. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Touchdown, Texans.
I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
A big spot now for the Texans as they'll try for 2. From the gun, Murray escaping the pressure right. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And that was the old QB one-man band play there on the conversion.
And look, let's face it, even quarterbacks who don't have great mobility, in certain situations, they're able to actually take the ball in themselves. Remember way back when Joe Namath against the Giants at the Yale Bowl, right? Remember Joe had all those knee operations. They thought he couldn't run it. No one accounted for him. He practically walked into the end zone.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10. At their own 25.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And that's Elliott, complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Ezekiel Elliott.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Complete to Travis.
That right there, career catch number 541, and that's significant because it ties him with Hall of Famer Kellen Winslow, who also obviously played the tight end position.
Yeah, and helped revolutionize it when he was in San Diego. But how about what we're seeing right here? You talk about 541 catches at the tight end position. You talk about lofty territory, rare air. He has a lot to be proud of in his career.
It's a gain of 8.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Tannehill throwing again. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 43. 12 yards there and a first down.
Jaguars.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Complete, the tight end Kelsey. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
1 yard gain.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter, It's a good running back dive play.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 20-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Down Jacksonville.
Tip carry now for Elliott. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll try and run forward with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Tannehill. And Tate's got it. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Well, looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. Now Elliott. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's second and goal. Now Tannehill saying, let's get to the line. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Michael Pruitt, his first touchdown on the year. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. Tannehill. And this is caught. And it's a 3-point game. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
This is Jakeem Grant. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Jakeem Grant on the return.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
A huge play there for Houston.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
So what a run, and now, you know, they probably started this drive thinking, hey, field goal range, tie it up. Now you might be thinking touchdown.
I think the offensive coordinator has probably switched his attention on his play sheet. Remember, he started out, as you said, field goal, let's tie this up. Now he's in the touchdown.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and the Jags grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
What's up, man?
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So a poor return exacerbated by a holding call makes this 1st and 10 back inside their own 5. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And some room to work. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. The 30, 10, 5. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A big run that time by Elliott. 88 yards. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. They'll run with Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
What's the deal, y'all?
There wasn't the line that jumped that time, the 2nd level.
No, that's a great observation because most of the time it's those guys up front so eager to get off on the snap. They do it, but in this case, you're exactly right. 2nd level, probably because they moved up to the 1st level, and that hurts them.
The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling. Yeah,
I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
A 24-yard attempt.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And I tell you, these division games never for the faint of heart.